I don't think she want to be on the stage, huh?
Yes, yes, yes. We in the building. We waiting for y'all to get in here. We gonna take flight here in a little bit. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm on my maggot shit. Yeah, I'm fresh to death. Like I'm hopping out my casket, bitch. Yeah, I'm on my maggot shit. 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 Yeah, I'm fresh to death. Like I'm hopping out my casket, bitch. Trips around the Atlas, had me ballin' like a globe. Try to double dribble, slam dunk. I'm dripping through the paint, nigga. Yeah, I'm on my maggot shit. Yeah, I'm on my maggot shit. Yeah, I'm fresh to death. Like I'm hopping out my casket, bitch. Trips around the Atlas, had me ballin' like a globe. Try to double dribble, slam dunk. I'm dripping through the paint, nigga. Everything I touch turns to glitter. I'm a lucky charm. Fettuccine Alfredo mixed it with the Parmesan. EBS coming in and ringing like a car alarm. Honey, I shrunk the kids about the size of a peppercorn. USA flag and I stitched it with the Betsy Ross Baywatch Barbie. Then I hit her with the hats off. Proud man, Oculus. I had to take my glasses off. Sammy Sosa flow. Yeah, I had to change color. I'm an acrobat. Flip your ass like the Ring Brothers. Captain Planet Superman. I'm flying through the stratosphere. I can pop your top like a soda or a can of beer. Starter man jacket had me ballin' like the Cavaliers. You can catch Corona, but I'd rather have a Heineken. I had to check my watch, yeah, it's that time again. Stampin' postcards, send them off with the mailman. 50 round clips, dropping shells like Michelangelo. Ninja Turtle flow, dripping blood in your pizza sauce. Yeah, I'm so cold, I'm Santa surfing in a Poconos. Just talk to Jesus and I think I caught the Holy Ghost. George Norris swag, hell yeah, I'm going coast to coast. 3 strikes you out like Adidas with the shell toes. Bullets sound like fireworks, chopper rip like Velcro. 7 for the half, but I got it for the elbow. Red wave cutting walk the water like the hurricane. I used to sell Grammys, now I'm stinging with the Novocaine. AMC stock had me going ape shit. Guilty deep state while I'm going on a date, bitch. Mar-a-Lago red chains closed, now I'm Mega Man. Backdoor deal, shoot your ass like the Taliban. Scary movie 2, Jason Voorhees, I'm the son of Sam. Yeah, I'm on my maggot shit. Yeah, I'm on my maggot shit. Yeah, I'm fresh to death like I'm hopping down my casket, bitch.
Yes, yes, yes. We are back in the building again, family. And y'all see the title. Let's share this tomorrow. X page. Y'all see the title, man. This ain't the first time we did an episode about Nasty Man Usher, man. He going around seducing women, knowing he has simplex. Herpes simplex. Now, a motherfucker with this type of herpes, they gonna say everybody got some form of herpes, which is somewhat true, but we talking about Rice Krispie treats. Yeah, we talking about Rice Krispie treats, family. We're not talking about nothing that's already lying dormant. That's already lying dormant in the body. But I don't think you could get his disease. I don't think you can fix his disease unless he's with somebody else that got it too. See, that's the thing. These vampires, man, they try to give you what they got. We gonna go with what P. Diddy got too. P. Diddy passing that shit around in prison. Allegedly, he's passing around HIV in prison. He got the same pills. So, let's get into the video. Nasty Man 99.
I don't think she want to be on the stage, huh?
She don't want to be on stage with that dude. Did you see her face? And Chris Brown ain't no dip. Chris Brown, his ass about to go to jail. Woman, look at this here. Woman that went viral rejecting Usher's on stage advances let the internet know how she was feeling. I bet you she was terrified. I bet you she was terrified. Now let's pull up Chris Brown's performance because he was on butt too. He was nasty man too. Matter of fact, I think he licked this girl's crotch. So we go to his performance on his performance. See, the thing is, Usher, the girl Usher was seducing, she really wanted Chris. Yeah, she really wanted Chris. But Usher's herpes ass tried to kiss her. And that was a violation. The thing is, if I was her, I'd press charges.
Can't press charges. You volunteered to go on stage. You knew it would.
I don't give a fuck about volunteering or not.
She could have said no. She could have said, I don't want to go on stage.
I would have sued Usher because he need to be in
jail. She can't sue. She voluntarily went on stage.
Usher is a walking biohazard.
But she voluntarily went on stage.
Man, I don't know if she was drunk.
No.
Usher should be behind bars, and Chris Brown, he on his way.
Okay, he'll be right back out.
My wife, she a Chris Brown head. I guess she go right on he in jail. I don't care, you know what I'm saying? Because I like Chris Brown too, but he's a sexual deviant animal.
So are you.
With one woman. So I'm sexually deviant with one woman. Chris is not, man. Usher is not. The only thing Chris Brown got hanging over his head that's good is he's not homosexual. He still has his manhood. Usher, manhood gone. Okay? And that's the thing. Chris Brown and Usher, they've crossed paths with Diddy. They got something in common, but I think Usher, man, he took it to the extreme. Yeah, I think his booty hole is real sore. Yes. And like I said, we about to go navigate to P. Diddy and see what kind of sores he got on his penis. Because he's currently suffering from alleged HIV. Them prison nurses, we go hit the video, and y'all seen the title, Nolan Wells, Black Friend Exposed. And some say his skin is black, but he's really a white T-boy. He act like a white T-boy. So, you know, foundational Black Americans, man, when it comes to light-skinned people who have different fathers, different mothers, or different ethnicities, you can either go one way, man. You can either go the black route or you go the white route. It's just there's only two ways. You can either go full Negro or you go full white. So Nolan Wells' friend, he said Nolan Wells is the only black friend he has. So that's a clear indication. That's on fishy right there. He's a black guy, and he said Nolan Wells is the only black friend he has. That's fishy. That's very fishy. That's you gotta ring the alarm on that one. And his conversation is off like crazy. So you got a couple things to comb over. So this is Usher. This is Chris Brown. This is the Chris Brown performance. So he's actually out here licking random cooches on stage, man. And you wonder why the STD rate is high as hell, especially in the entertainment business. Don't get me wrong. There is a video out there of an alleged woman saying she slept with Chris Brown and she has herpes. No, she got HIV. Yeah, she got HIV. So I don't know, man. Chris is in trouble. He pled guilty. Let's see. Let's see. He pled guilty. And we don't know what's gonna happen to him in that overseas in UK. We don't know what's gonna happen to him overseas. Chris Brown pleads guilty after London attack after London nightclub attack. So ain't no telling what's gonna happen to him. And he busted somebody's head over with a damn bottle, and his silly ass is about to go down for a very long time, allegedly. Allegedly. So I want to see what the comments say on this photo, because they gonna let Chris get away with this. Okay, they definitely gonna let Chris get away with that. Usher, no. Usher's in trouble. Usher's in big trouble. Pull this up. And there ain't no telling that if she had a boyfriend or what, but something in her brain was telling her, yeah, herpes about to flare up out this bitch. Okay, and I'm pretty sure she's seen what's been floating around online, and he's still wearing a do rag. He's a nigga with a do rag. They got herpes, just like in the hood. He can sing and dance, and like I said before, it was a big humiliation ritual for the blacks because guess what? They put him in the Super Bowl. It was a big joke and an epic fail. Yes, Usher, he makes good music, but there's a science behind all of this. It's to turn you into a freak or what they call a beast, an animal. And this was what Chris Brown and Usher represent. So yeah, she looked very uncomfortable. So she wanted a kiss. He wanted to kiss, but the crazy thing is, man, he over here looking like Russell Westbrook at this point. Brody looked like Russell Westbrook. The thing is, she looked very, very, very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. And when he did not get what he wanted, he booted her off the stage. This is why they gotta drug women, certain women, spike they drink, roll up dirties, shit with drugs to get them, this is why they gotta do it, because you turn Usher down, he gonna look at her like she crazy. Like, what are you doing?
I don't think she want to be on the stage, huh?
Hell no. She don't want to be on the stage. Ain't no telling if you musty, dusty, crusty. Ain't no fucking telling. That's the thing. Y'all did not learn, did y'all? Y'all did not learn. And like I said, there's people in the comment section egging this shit on too. Let me pull up the comment section. This the woman. This the woman that Usher burnt up, and it was a man, an alleged man, and he gave him Rice Krispie treats too, swords and all this other shit. And it's alleged that Usher burnt her up so bad he put her in the hospital. So yeah, she's a millionaire now. Wouldn't have settled if she was innocent. You think Usher slept with? Yeah, Usher slept with her because she cast her ass out. People know. People know about this shit too. I feel like I'm about to share my damn. About to share my damn video right here. Mm-hmm. Says you're making sexual advances on a girl you have never met before, and you're surprised she's uncomfortable. Yeah, that's great, y'all. That's damn near great. Usher handled it well by noticing the fans' discomfort and letting her leave instead of forcing the moment. What the hell? So I think this is a great message to black men. Don't force it. He was about to force it live on TV. Live in Nashville. You know he's from Chattanooga. He's from right up the street. So his own kind from Nashville ain't giving him none. That's a fucking embarrassment. But that shit don't happen to Chris. And I think they doing this tour so Chris could get his money back up. He ain't got to do a full show. You know what I'm saying? He could do half a set with Chris. With Chris Brown and Usher, he could just do half a set. He ain't got to do a whole set with Usher. Because he's spreading his herpes around the damn stage. And I think females know it. They just don't give a fuck. You got money and you can dance, and you have herpes, you can still pull you a fairly decent woman. For real. You can still, yes, you can. Look wise, not brain. She's not a brainiac. She want to be a scholar. But you can pull you a fairly, the thing is, there are stupid, low IQ women that are fairly good women. They just stupid. You know what I'm saying? Letty said she don't want, comment section open too. She don't want what he giving out. Why would any female want a man listening to on her if he know for male on male? Yeah, he know. That's the thing. He known for male on male situations. So why the fuck is Chris Brown got this nigga on tour with him? Starting to think Chris Brown, he fruity too. So he going on tour with a gay man. Okay. He said, Usher, did you wear deodorant? He probably didn't wear deodorant. His breath stank. Probably up there singing. He said, you are a woo. They burning them on. Look at this shit. Come on, man. Boy, it's a pansy, fam. I ain't bullying nobody. I love TikTok. I love YouTube. But golly, y'all. Meanwhile, check this out. It is not the color of your skin that we're tired of. It's your culture. It's the way you behave. We're tired of loud, violent, ghetto culture. What is Usher and Chris Brown portraying? Ghetto herpes culture, that you can have anything and still sleep with multiple women, kiss them and all this other crap. And everybody's skipping the fact that he's burning. Everybody's skipping the fact that she was very uncomfortable. Very, very uncomfortable, family. And like I said, he walk around like Peter Pan and shit. Usher is what they call Peter Pan, family. Okay, he's part of it too. He's part of it too. And yes, I think he was rooting for Kamala as well. Yeah, I think he was on the record for saying that he's not really into politics, but he said, you know who he side with. He just don't want to come out and say it because sometimes they'll ruin your career. Okay, just like we seen Ti ruin his career. This picture went viral of the back of Ti's head. And they just he went he canceled everything. You know what I'm saying? He shut the dreads down quick, fam. So that's what's going on. Look at your boy Pusha T. He got clown boots on, Balenciagas, handbag. Look at Usher. He got a skirt on. So he's known for going both ways. But guess what? This woman was very uncomfortable. So he go both ways. He got Rice Krispies on his penis and his lip when he have an outbreak. And he's still trying to seduce women on stage. Usher should be in prison right now, y'all. If I was President Trump, I would extradite Usher to Herpes Island. Okay, I would send his ass with the rest of the infected Negroes. It's true, y'all know I'm true. Stop me when I'm lying, man. Stop me when I'm lying, because there's actual people in the hood going around with herpes who have money, sleeping with multiple women, infecting the dating pool. There ain't nothing you can do about it, because women, a lot of women, they not checking. They just see money. They just see there's plenty of people in your city right now that got herpes who could dance and sing in the club right now. And every Saturday he sleep with a new woman because he could dance and sing. That's just the way of America, family. You gonna get burnt up, trust me. Especially if you have no awareness. Shouts out, we got 60 people in the building. Shouts out to the people on X. Shouts out to the people on Rumble. Shouts out to the people on YouTube. Yeah, this is another episode of Herpes Island. But then we go get in our boat and skip to Nolan Will's black ass friend exposed on Horny Island. So let's go to Horny Island. Let's go to fucking hamburger face Officer Tatum. Because he got the face of a fucking egg burger. He's clean cut, but it's just something wrong with him, man. I think he went full retard. I love TikTok. I love YouTube because I'm not trying to get banned. But it's just wild. And here go this black white dude. And like I said, if your son come out like this, bro, I'm telling you, you know, man, if you got a light skinned son, a biracial son, and he come out white, you fail. You fail because he don't have both sides, family. He gotta have both sides. And a lot of these light skinned biracial kids, they bastards. They ain't got no daddy, so they ain't getting both sides. They just getting one side, and it's not panning out. You know what I'm saying? It's not fucking panning out. But this motherfucker right here is cooked, man. This motherfucker right here is cooked.
Do you have personal knowledge of someone directly in your friend group having anything to do with Nolan's death?
No, not at all.
So I saw you on television. You had an interview, and I felt like you laid out a few things that I think the world needs to know and be clear about.
Okay.
And the first one is the relationship that you had with Nolan. Can you explain your relationship with Nolan?
Yeah, I will. So his mom got on TV, as everybody has seen. And said
Bro, that nigga look like he say rad. He look like he say radical, man. This boy is gumped out for real. He ain't got no resemblance or no black in him, but guess what? He gumped out. He's gumped out. I don't trust light skinned Negroes like this. I'm gonna be honest with you. I see, like Nolan Wells, I could trust him because his daddy and his like them light skinned Negroes. Niggas don't pan out for real. Motherfuckers is angry, man. For real. You think I don't trust this motherfucker right here? Hell no. I don't trust nobody. Ain't got no fucking daddy in they fucking. Oh God, because you didn't get no structure.
That can't be farther from the truth. Me and Nolan, I met Nolan in 9th grade in our second block class. It was math. He was one of the first guys I made friends with. It was somebody I made a connection to. Like off rip, he was an athlete. I could tell he was an athlete when I walked into class. We sat really close to each other, and all he did, he turned around and asked me for a pencil when I first met him in 9th grade when I moved to Ocean Springs. Man, it was tough, and the relationship there has always been best friend in my eyes. I never wanted to take away how close somebody else was with Nolan, but Nolan was my best friend. That was a guy I knew I could call at any point in time. He called me at 11 o'clock on the phone.
Hell, fuck no, I don't trust this motherfucker, man. It's too many fucking alibis. They're supposed to be Nolan Wells. He said this is Nolan Wells' only black friend. Get the fuck out of here. I told you, he's no different from a white T boy. This shit, there's white T boys out here cooler than this dude that I was hanging with. But I would never hang with a motherfucker like this. Let me be honest with you. He's not around enough black people for me to trust him like this, bro. Oh God, you already know you be on street code around this bitch. You gotta be on street code. You are who you hang with, bro. How you have all these fucking friends? How you have all these motherfucking friends? If you ain't met my motherfucking mom and you ain't been in my house, you ain't my fucking real friend. Point blank, period, dude. These motherfuckers just call anybody friends. You know what I'm saying?
To see where I was.
And then when your body come up missing, they ain't your friends no more. You know what I'm saying? They ain't your friends no more. For real, bro. Oh God.
That. Man, me and Nolan have countless nights of him giving me advice on my girlfriend, on my life in general. Nolan has been the only friend, and I love my friends and my best friend in this group of guys, but Nolan has been the only person that ever told me, like, he's proud of what I've done. He's proud of how hard I worked. He's proud of me going overseas to go play ball. That was my guy. Like, that was my best friend.
Yeah, and so how does it make you feel when the media activists are coming out and alluding to the fact that you may have something to do with what happened to Nolan on that day?
Man, that hurts. It hurts is an understatement. I beat myself up every night I lay down. I beat myself up anytime it crosses my mind. Because in my head, if I wasn't drinking, if I didn't get into that altercation, maybe I would be able to do something. Maybe I would have told something. Maybe I would have told Nolan, hey, man.
What motherfucking altercation out this bitch? Because this is the first time I heard of a damn altercation. Have you? How the hell he getting an altercation? Officer Tatum is not doing these boys no justice. Officer Tatum is really being an officer, y'all. I told you. He really getting to the bottom of it. So what are you talking about? What altercation? They kept on talking about this altercation.
You're not going with that girl. Just come back with us. We're going back a little bit later. You can go meet up with the guys later. Maybe it just plays out different. And then the fact that they're going to play that is I'm already trying to mourn my friend's death as is, and I'm blaming myself for it. To put that in my head is a next level of hurt that can't be truly explained. Because it's hard to put into words. Generally, it's backstabbing from a sense of a community that I thought I had with my skin color, and they stay so strong together. And I'm supposed to be one of them, but I come up and I speak, and now I'm the person.
Nigga, you are one of them. He blend right in with the white T-boy. He blend right in with the white T-boy. So that's the damn dilemma right there. What's up, boy? What you doing? Where you going? Oh, that's my son that walked in.
To blame. Now I'm not dark enough for them. I'm not black enough for them. And now I'm the issue. It doesn't make sense.
Yes, man. The stereotypes with these prototypes. Hey, you might as well call me a goddamn racist out this bitch. You might as well call me biased. I told you I'm a Trump supporter. I am fucking biased. Just a tad bit. So yeah, I do stereotypes because you ain't about to stab me in the motherfucking stomach. You see what I'm saying? He ain't about to see. Nolan Wells missing, but we ain't got no fucking answers. But we know these people. We know they prototype. We know they phenotype. So it matches up with people's actions, and he's one of them. He can't slick a can of oil, man. Y'all ever heard that saying? You can't slick a can of oil. He trying to slick a can of oil, man. And the reason why I know he a gump because look at his fucking hat. His hat is all threaded. I would never trust a motherfucker with holes in his tiny ass holes all around his fucking hat, dude. That shit gotta be straight wool. It can't be holes in his shit. that's the first indication. He got a fucking Bass Pro hat with the hose in it. Just get the regular joint. And he got it. He got it always slunk down too. So hell no, I don't trust this motherfucker. He can bring colorism all in this bitch. I still ain't gonna trust him. Let's get into it. He sound fishy. Yeah, he look fishy. I smell fish eggs.
My head, it doesn't make sense.
Was Nolan? I mean, obviously you were in the friend group, but the way the media makes it seem is that almost as if Nolan was the only black person in this whole friend group. Now they don't even mention you. They don't bring you up in this whole thing when it comes to what happened on at Horn Island. So what's your take on Nolan being presented as like the only black kid in a group of all these white boys?
That's crazy, man. I know we've spoken a little bit, but that friend group that I'm a part of to this day was the first friend group I was in when I moved to Ocean Springs as a new kid coming in. I never knew any of them. I known one, kind of, sort of, back from grade school because we went to the same private school together. That was it. And him being the only black person, minority, any of that measure is insane. Our friend group is diverse from the max. Like, we have a mixed guy. I mean, we had Nolan in our friend group. There's an Asian a part of our friend group. There's a Latino that they're trying to perceive as white. He's truly authentic Mexican. His parents are from Mexico. They came here legally and they did everything right, and he's been here since. It blows my mind because it's our friend.
Y'all hear that? Y'all hear what he said? He got Latinos coming over here thinking they white. Got white on their damn license, the driver's license and shit. I told you, they drive up the white population too. You got Latinos, white-skinned Latinos, but guess what? They got racism in their damn town. They don't like the black-ass Latinos. Shit's crazy, but it is what it is. I ain't about to sugarcoat nothing on this channel. That's what I'm saying. If you weak, this channel ain't for the weak and weak-hearted. If you want bells and whistles, take your ass somewhere else out this bitch. Let me be honest with you. This is cutthroat. This is cutthroat over here. We ain't promoting no violence.
Group is not a friend group that sees race. Our friend group sees what good you do for other people, what good you bring, and how the type of person you truly are, and where your morals lie. That's one thing in common. Me and my friends might not agree on everything, but our morals align. Our morals know. So for them to even make that narrative up really shows you have no idea what it's like down here on the coast. You have no idea how tight-knit.
The thing is, we gonna make the narratives up until you break them. Especially when it comes to a murder, we gonna throw all kind of hardballs out there until you break the narrative. That's how you get down to the fucking nitty-gritty of the things. Yeah, we gonna throw narratives out there. Whether they true or false, if they stick, oh well. Ain't nobody gonna be 100% in a damn investigation. You dumb son of a bitch. Let's get this. Let's get it. Comment section,
Ocean Springs as a community is. You don't understand it. You don't see the thousands of kids in the high school football stands cheering their team on. Nobody cares what color you are. We're there to have fun and to just live. And that's how Nolan lived. That's how I live now. I'm growing up and I have more big boy stuff, but in high school, all I cared about was going to hang out with my guys. And I mean, on a personal level that leads off of it, it's like, it got me in trouble with my girlfriend just because I want to be with the guys.
And see, that's the thing. Red flag right there. Oh, I would be with the guys. I would be at a sausage fucking fest. Holy moly, donut shop. I want to stick my penis in the damn glory hole, you son of a bitch. I would be around the guys. You know what I told my fucking son? I said, man, get you a 2 or 3 girls, mainly one. Hang with the guys when you playing sports and shit. You don't be hanging with no fucking cockazoids. Fucking sword fighting in the locker room with your penises. These motherfuckers want to hang around the boys. I just want to hang around the boys. No girls. He got his girlfriend, but he want to hang around it. Nigga, you get my age, ain't gonna be no hanging around with no boys. It's gonna be wife. You gonna be hanging around with wife and kids. Strictly girlfriend. What the fuck am I hanging around the boys for when I got a girlfriend? What the fuck me and the boys gonna do? Except smoke weed and watch the game. That's it. Smoke weed, watch the game. After that, I'm going home. Ain't going on no goddamn boat.
I never once thought, man, they look at me different. Man, I'm kind of an outcast to them. No. All their moms have always welcomed me with open arms. Anytime I needed anything, I knew I could call them and their parents, and they would do anything in the world for me. So with Crump pushing this narrative, it's wrong. Yeah, it's completely wrong, especially about our friend group.
Yeah, I find it, especially after talking to you and some of the guys, that it seems like there was an agenda. But can you walk us through just your perspective from that day? You know, I don't know if did you go with them initially? Were you a part of the group that went to Horn Island?
So I wasn't clear that up. No, I was not on the boat with them. Yes, I was a part of the group that was supposed to go out. So the only reason why I did not go on the boat is I got begged to go, but my uncle, we also took 12 people out on our boat, not including us 2, so 14. And my uncle knows the passengers wouldn't have helped. Generally wouldn't have helped with anything. With that many people on a boat, you need a little bit of help. So my uncle was like, hey, can you just ride out with me and you can go do your thing throughout the day on the island? I don't care. I don't need you. I just need help get out there and then pick everything up. Because I know all these people are going to be drunk and they're not going to want to do the extras that nobody sees about going out on the boat, right? And so I told White that, and oops, my bad, but I told him that, and I told him everything, which was go to plan. We were leaving a little bit earlier than them. I was going to try to have a spot saved out. And Nolan calls me at 11 o'clock. I missed his phone call. Called me twice. I missed both of them. I saw White and Nolan on the boat. They pulled right in front of our boat. And they were screaming. I turned my head and I was like, yo, there's a spot over there, where they end up anchoring out. I helped them set their stern anchor. From the time they showed up until now, going back to it, 20 minutes before they left, I was with them. That's who I was with. I spent all day with them, minus the morning time before they got out there. But from the time they got out there to the time they went back in, I was with them. Those are my friends, man. Those are my guys.
Yeah, I want to get a few more details. I know that. Yeah, go ahead. I know that you were all over the news because there was a perceived fight. People, this is the thing that gets me, and I want to keep clarify this. When I saw the video that they put out on the internet claiming that Nolan was saying, "Give me my effing phone back," Nolan's coach came out and said immediately he knew it wasn't Nolan's voice. And obviously it wasn't Nolan's voice because you were the one that was in there yelling. You got into an altercation with somebody. What happened after that? Like,
so that was his ass yelling. He got into the damn confrontation. Let's continue.
Put me in your place where the fight is over. Whatever happened. Nolan is somewhere. You're somewhere. You're hanging out. And when was the last time that you saw Nolan before you left Horn Island?
So after the fight, I didn't stay on Horn Island much longer. So the objective, I was really upset. So with you hear me yelling, my uncle told me to get on the boat and wouldn't let me back off the boat. Obviously, I was really mad and I wanted to fight, wanted to get off. Wasn't smart, man. And so I was on the boat, I'm yelling. And shortly after that, I left the island. I left probably 30 to 45 minutes after I got into the fight. We started to pack up and left because I was so upset. As Javon mentions, that they were ready to get me back to land because I was really mad. I was genuinely really mad. But the last time I saw Nolan, I was walking to the boat. This was before the fight. It's me and my old lady. We had just got out of a group of people. Nolan was walking towards White's boat. I was walking in the opposite direction towards my boat. And I dabbed Nolan up. I made a slick comment about something, actually about the girl that he was with. I made a slick comment to him, us joking around, and I kept going. And not even 10 minutes after that is when I got into a fight. Last thing I told Nolan was, all right, buddy, I love you. See you later. And I'm glad I said it. I had been under the influence a little bit, and that's probably why I did say it at the time, just, getting all lovey-dovey. But I'm at peace. I said it. I'm glad I said it. That was my last encounter with Nolan. Just telling him I love him.
Did you have so you leave the island, did you have any encounters or association with these phones, with the keys? Did you have any connection to that?
I did not. So what I know, I got my first phone call from Warren at about 9:20. I didn't answer it. I was asleep. I'd been on the boat all day. I didn't feel like going to party anymore. I went to bed. So I got my first phone call about 9:20, and I didn't wake up again until a little after 11 o'clock. And that was to my brother coming in the room being like, hey, Warren's trying to get a hold of you. You need to answer the phone. They look for Nolan. And I'm half awake, and I pick up the phone. And by this time, nobody had came to the house to grab anything. And Warren gets on the phone, and he's just like, hey, man, he's like, hey, have you talked to Nolan? Anything else? I was like, no, I haven't talked to him, man. He was with that girl last time I knew. And he was like, okay. He was like, man, we can't get a hold of him. You don't know where he's at. I was like, man, it's Nolan. He's probably just out somewhere with that girl. Like, get a hold of the girl, you'll probably find Nolan. It's no big deal. And he was like, all right. He was like, but we're starting to freak out. We're getting on the phone with Coast Guard. I was like, okay. And at that time, he'd already talked to his mom, Nolan's mom. And he was getting on the phone with Coast Guard. And I need to be specific about this. I did not call Warren's phone. I called another one of our buddies' phone, and it was on speakerphone. They were all together. I was talking on my other buddy's phone, talking to Warren. He was dialing Coast Guard because he hung up the phone and was like, hey, this is him, bye, and hung up the phone. And that was the last time I talked to him until the next morning when we all decided, when I woke up about 7 o'clock that morning, we had all decided that we were going to go out on the boat and go look for Nolan. White had already had his boat still in the water. We took that boat out.
What day are we talking?
That's Sunday morning.
Sunday morning on the 6th? The 5th?
So it was Saturday the 4th was the 4th of July. Mm-hmm. The 5th was Sunday. We were on the water from 9:45 to 11:50, 12 o'clock era, about lunchtime. Mm-hmm. While we were on the water, we talked to a rescue guy, and he told us to get off the water and said that they kind of had the island in the water under control. That's the professionals, man. Yeah. They told us to get on social media and find out any information we can. And by that time, we'd already talked to a good amount of people out there. So it just made sense. So we went back in, and we concluded our search and started to search all socials and started sharing everything we could and try to get a hold of anybody that could have talked to Nolan, that Nolan possibly would have reached out to. And that led into the night. It led all night long. I didn't sleep at all Sunday. Monday, I was up at 5 a.m. I was putting fuel in our boat at 6. I got told that we were taking out another boat to Chandelier at 7. So I put my boat back on the lift, and I went to McDonald's, and then I got the news after I left McDonald's that his body was found. So it was already a plan that we were going and searching and trying to do everything we possibly can. And that's all I wanted to do. Is I wasn't there to help him out in his last minutes, but now I feel like as a friend and as one of my guys, man, it's do everything in my power to help now. And that's why I have reached out to the family. I have donated to the family, and I have given them just your normal death gifts, I would say, as you pay your respects. And
do you think Benjamin Crump being involved in this case made it better or worse?
100,000 times % worse. Because why on a Tuesday after where has your civil rights been broken? Where has it been shown? You brought Benjamin Crump to stir up a community that's already tight.
Man, get to the fucking
Yeah,
point.
it might not
Man.
be best friends with everybody. I
do with
promise.
the
If
case,
you talk about
though.
Ocean Springs as a whole, Ocean Springs is going to have Ocean Springs back 110%. We back each other. Everybody I've seen, we back each other. And for
Y'all hear that? Yeah, they sure do back each other. When somebody come up missing, yes, they back each other. Get all on code, especially him. Especially him. He gonna get on code because he got to walk amongst the rest of the field. Of course, he gonna get on code, just like that Carmelo case. Everybody got on code. Anybody off code gonna have a hard time living in that damn town. Okay, this is what it is.
them to push this narrative and really push it just shows me is like
Yeah, Carmelo Anthony, he got a court date coming up. People gonna be mad as hell. I told people, I was like, man, I gotta wait on that shit because that town got a whole bunch of corruption in it besides the Carmelo Anthony case. Y'all thought I was shit. Y'all thought I was Bigfoot. Y'all treated me like Bigfoot when I said that. I said, look, bro. Yes, he got stabbed in the chest, but this gonna bite you in the ass later on. But like I figured, people can't see that far down the damn line. I'm what you call a time traveler. If you're a time traveler, they're gonna crucify you. That's just is what it is. That's things you got to deal with. Let's get into it, family.
you have no idea who you're dealing with or who you're messing with. And I think he's taking the grieving parents and manipulating and turning this and making it sound all bad because nothing's like that at all. No.
Have you got death threats, or because I know that the other young men that I spoke to about this, especially the white young men, they're getting all kind of death threats. They're being accused of killing Nolan. Did you get the same backlash and threats that some of those guys have gotten?
Yes, I've gotten the death threats per se, but I've also gotten the threats along the lines of where it's like I've been cast out of the black community. I've been called white. I've been called a wetback. All these things. I've been sent photos of me and my grandmother, and they've been told that she's the devil. She's just looking for the time to kill you. You need to be careful and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, man, if you want to know the story, the only people that showed up for me my whole life has been my white side of my family. So for y'all to sit there and drag their name and to drag me down, and I'm supposed to be one of y'all, and you're supposed to have my back, and we're supposed to be in this together. And it's really eye-opening.
Did it shock you that it turned this way? Meaning that, you see everything happen. Nolan was your friend. From all the young men I talked to, it seemed like Nolan was the life of the party. Everybody loved Nolan. He gets along with everybody. Everybody's cool. Everybody feels like Nolan made them feel like everybody's his best friend, right? I mean, everybody felt connected to Nolan. Were you shocked that it turned like this? I mean, where this community was tight-knit, Nolan's friend group was tight.
What the fuck happened to Nolan? Everybody,
that it turned into some racial thing.
Yes, racial.
If he was the head Negro in charge, somebody know what the fuck happened. Ain't no Nolan Ryan getting struck out. You know what I'm saying? Nolan Ryan ain't getting struck out. He's out there throwing strikes. All right, Nolan Ryan throws strikes. That's the thing. If you got this damn big shot floating around campus, and he come up missing, that's like the head jockey coming up missing. You telling me nobody seen anything? Nothing? If he accidentally drowned, I'm pretty sure somebody would have seen it. That's all I'm saying.
I do agree. Now, it going famous or going viral, that part didn't shock me. Thinking about it and being honest, like that's not a surprise because everybody did love Nolan, especially around here. Everybody loved Nolan. So for people to repost that, they know Nolan. I mean, they know he did not have one hateful thing in his heart. And racism, no, that was a shock. That was a complete shock from his mom and from his stepdad. Like that's a shock. That's an utter shock because it's like, first off, I don't know how to word this. Nolan wasn't fully black. Nolan's mixed. Nolan has a little bit of Asian in him. You don't hear that though. You don't. So to turn it as like some.
And the reason why you don't hear it because that black, the black DNA dominates the Asian in him. Duh. And his daddy is foundational Black American. Duh. Told you these kids are dumb. These kids ain't hip yet, man. Our future is doomed. I'm gonna be honest with you. They don't know enough. If this is the future, shit, check me out. I'm gonna be honest. If this is what you call the future, check me the fuck out. They not hip enough for me. They not hip. These new characters, these new entities, they're not hip enough for me.
Everybody's harping down on Nolan because of the color of his skin. You don't know us. You don't know our community. It's crazy that people are just running with a lie, and it's so easy for people to believe it from the outside. Mississippi's history per se, but it's like looking at history. Let's go to each state's history. I bet they're not the best with black people. Like people change. You learn history so you don't repeat it. Everybody knows that.
What's the craziest lie that you've seen floating around there about?
This nigga, what is history repeats itself? He's discrediting an old fucking proverb from fucking Nostradamus. These new kids, they be trying to change shit. Ain't no such thing as change. Shit stay the same. Shit goes in a what go around, come around every time, man. Like, come on, bro. Like, come the fuck on. And when some shit pop off, turn the other cheek, right? We not gonna move on as a civilization if we ain't honest with ourselves. That's the thing. People are not honest with themselves. People conjuring up alibis and all this. You can tell they on code.
This situation. I know there's a lot of mysterious things, but like, what to you, what's the craziest thing that you've heard somebody say about this?
That my buddy in the photo was his lover. That was wild. That's been the utmost craziest because it's like, what? Like, where'd you get that from? I mean, also the lies of just how racist Mississippi is or how racist the coast is in Ocean Springs. And yeah, no, you don't know this, man. Like, you have no idea. And what I thought was crazy lie from the beginning was he's the only black person on the boat. He's the only black person on the island. No, not at all. Like, not once. Like, where'd you get this background information from?
How many people are on the island from your vantage point?
On the 4th of July?
Yeah.
Look at this, y'all. Let's segue to some news right here. It says Donald Trump supposed to be meeting with Benjamin Netanyahu. When he posted himself with John F. Kennedy talking about trust the plan. Then y'all say Benjamin Netanyahu, he got blown up in them Iran strikes. So I don't know who the hell is coming to the White House. Yo. I don't know who the hell is coming to the White House. If they say Netanyahu is dead, allegedly gone. JFK is and that's it. He said that's from Stephen King. This is what was he's supposed to escape this assassination like Trump did, but Trump really got the CIA in a chokehold. The thing is, if you want to take down the deep state, you got to become the deep state, dummy. Kept on telling you that. And some Trump supporters did not like that. A lot of Trump supporters did not like that. If you want to take down the devil, you got to become the fucking devil. All right? Y'all don't know nothing about that. That's how you eradicate evil. You really got to become what they call kamikaze. So let's get into this story. It says transgenders are now purchasing WNBA star Sophia Cunningham jerseys. Y'all know who Sophia Cunningham is. She's actually a Trump supporter, but Caitlin Clark is a Obama supporter, y'all. Y'all just now figured that out. So they out here doing this, y'all.
Supporting people. It used to represent someone I respected as an athlete. Today it represents something I can't support anymore. Sports have the power to bring people together, but when someone uses their platform to demonize or marginalize an already vulnerable community, I have to decide where I stand. So today I'm not burning a person, I'm burning my support. As a trans woman, I've spent years fighting just to exist authentically. I won't spend $1 or another minute or another.
So they burning her jersey up. That's crazy.
Thousands, 13 miles. Like, I mean, you're talking hundreds and hundreds of boats that are carrying minimum 4 to 8, 9 people. Like, I'm talking like on the lower end, and we're talking about smaller vessels here. Man, if I had to take a rough estimate in my area of the island that I was in, 400, 500 people easy. If I'm taking an actual estimate, about 400 to 500 people easy. In our group, in the group of, I would say, young adults that were in the group of Nolan Wells, 100, 150, 200 people.
So the idea that Nolan went out with 4 white boys and they took him to a deserted island and he was allegedly last seen with a girl and they just abandoned him. What do you say to that?
No. From the time they left, including myself, and also when I left the island, I could have named 50 people I really trust behind the helm of a boat that Nolan knew, that he could go talk to. Even if he was left, there was tons and tons of people out there. There was 10 boats that camped out at.
See, they say this. Look, the alcohol industry has lost $830 billion in 4 years because Gen Z isn't drinking. But guess what? On Horn Island, they was scarfing down them goddamn White Claws out this bitch. You know they was. I'd have been out there smashing beers like Stone Cold Steve Austin. I'd have been fucking. I party with white boys too. But it's a different type of creed of white. Y'all gotta know that you can't just party with any type of white people, man. Or your ass will end up like fucking Nolan Wells out this bitch. I'm telling you. Yeah. Let's get it.
Horn Island. I know a boat that didn't leave Horn Island until 8 o'clock that night. Nobody would ever seen. Nobody would ever left somebody on Horn Island. That's a place that everybody loves to go and hang out. That's their peace. Nobody wants to see anybody out there, especially in the boating community. And I can speak on that. Like, genuinely, I grew up in it. That's absurd. It's absurd.
So can you help me understand the fight a little better? Because I interviewed Warren, who's your friend, and he had made mention that his brother was involved in the fight. So can you explain who actually started fighting? And were you fighting his brother, or were you fighting somebody else? Like, how did that happen?
And I can see now, especially, it's all been blown out of proportion. But so originally, I'll go back a little.
So let's see if he was fighting Wyatt's brother. Allegedly, he was supposed to be fighting. That was a whole scenario, remember? So let's pull this joint back up.
Couple steps. Original, me and my girlfriend, I wouldn't even call it an argument. She was upset that I lost the lid to her koozie. I dropped it in the water. Generally speaking, that's how it started. And I dropped her new koozie in the water. And so she started to let me hear it and basically told me I was paying for it. And she was really upset with me and mad about it. And I needed to kind of sober up a little bit. And so we're walking back. And during that time, this guy that I'm not friends with, I know of him. I don't know him. I didn't even recognize him when I got in an original fight. He butted himself into my conversation and basically was telling me how I needed to handle or address the situation with my girlfriend. And man, we weren't even yelling at each other. We weren't arguing. It was more along the lines of,
bro, that's the fight. Wyatt's little brother. That's the fight. I'm telling you, they trying to cover this shit up. Because they didn't say, oh, there was multiple fights on the damn beach. It was just, you gonna hear what he say. I might be wrong. He might wiggle his way out of this one. I don't know. Let's continue. Make sure you sub up. Where my banners at? Yeah, make sure you sub up, hit the cash out, whatever you want to do. You don't have to, but Let's get it.
told her, I was like, man, I just want a beer. And she was like, well, go get one, blah, blah, blah. Well, when I said that, she ducked her head underwater, and he had walked up, and he told me that I needed to watch how I talk to my girlfriend. And I looked at him, and I told him, I was like, this has nothing to do.
The thing is, if somebody tell you, a stranger fucking tell you I need to watch how I talk to my girlfriend, we automatically fighting. Okay? And you might wind up like Arthur Metcalf out this bitch. To be honest with you. You tell me we out in public and a stranger tell me I need to watch how I talk to my girlfriend, you gonna wind up like Austin Metcalf out this bitch. I'm gonna pop all the way off. I'm gonna try to get you gone. That's just me. That's just me. I don't know who this motherfucker is. You guys, you know what I'm saying? Mind your fucking business, dude. The thing is, it's gonna escalate into a fight anyway. He is a stranger. That's a free kill. That's a free kill. That's a legit kill. That's a legal kill, y'all. You get them legal kills under your belt, you become more powerful in society. For real. People start fucking with your ass. Let's get it. Let's see if he wiggle himself out of this one. Because ain't no grown man gonna tell me, watch how I talk to my girlfriend. My girlfriend is my goddamn property, goddamn it. But like I said, he's black, they're white. Because guess what? Wyatt can talk to his girlfriend any fucking way he want to. But when it comes to this setting, it bothers certain people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Trust me, I've been around these fucking situations, bro. I've been around these situations. I'm 40 years old. I done been around all these situations, fights or bar fights. I know how shit pop off. I know the climax. I know how emotions get flared up. You know what I'm saying? Been around all kind of color of people. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I don't think you're a real human being, bro. And for real, you got entities out there that are not human, never been in a confrontation. They've been shielded all their fucking life, and they online trying to solve a fucking case. Never been out their fucking town, never interacted with other people, but trying to solve a motherfucking case. You goddamn hypocrite. That's why you on Hypocrite Nation right now. Let's get it, family.
With you, we're good. This has nothing to do with you. And he sat there and he was like, well, I'm gonna tell you, I better not hear it again. And I looked at him and I was like, you need to excuse yourself from the situation. And after I came out, he swung. He threw the first punch. And we went back and forth. I remember at one point in time, I look over and I see my uncle, and my uncle's yelling at me to get in the boat. I stopped fighting. As soon as me and him made eye contact, I got in the boat, I'm sorry. And I looked at my uncle.
And what was Warren's brother involvement in this?
And so I was getting there. So when I'm on the boat and they're trying to cool me down, I'm trying to get back off the boat. So I see the crowd forming up on the island. Well, my little brother and Carter are like really good friends, like best friends, I would say. He's over at our house all the time. Carter heard him still talking crap as he's getting out of the water, and I'm on the boat, and the situation is like done and over with, right? Well, he sees him talking crap, so Carter gets up and more along the lines of defending me. And for what? He was like,
you know what I think happened? What I think happened is Nolan Wells seen his friend getting in a fight. He jumped in, and one of them white dudes smacked him with something. That's what happened. That's what I think happened. Because you think Nolan Wells gonna sit there and watch his friend get fucking beat up or jumped or something? And he talking about his uncle called him, talking about getting a boat like a damn dog. Like, motherfucker just go stop. Wait, you fighting, you ain't hearing nothing. You trying to rip the other person's head off. These motherfuckers is lying, dude. Golly. If you can't see these people are lying, something's wrong with you. I don't think you are part of the higher ascension. You don't pick up on vibrations and vibes. You just go for the okie doke every time. And that's what's hard. That's what's really hurting humanity. Those type of people that are not aware. Let's get it.
well, if you got a problem with Tristan, we can handle it right here.
So what's the racial breakup of these people that are involved? So the guy that you fought was
white. I'm the only black guy involved in this whole entire thing.
See,
And at all. Like,
see,
I mean,
see what I'm saying?
I don't know. Carter
Let's
Carter
get it.
is white.
Let's
The
get
nigga I
it,
got in a fight with is
motherfucker.
white. I was the only black guy involved with this. My girlfriend's white. My uncle's
Yeah.
white. There was no other black guy involved.
So who you think Nolan Wells gonna fucking protect? His fucking own kind. And the thing is, Nolan Wells is a freak of a specimen. And when Nolan Wells start throwing punches, guess what? You gotta have a weapon. You gotta have a weapon. And I'm pretty sure somebody will put him in a chokehold and snap that throat, that big ass throat he got. That's what I'm predicting. That's what happened. And then they said, "Oh, we gotta cover it up. Everybody's drinking. Everybody got fucking dope. We all going to jail. Everybody that witnessed that is going to jail." If this live goes out, I'm gonna reboot it because they've been fucking with your boy for the last few days. Let's get it.
And I know Ben Crump tried to run with a story saying I was Nolan. Well, I was like, nice try. But there was another black guy on the island, so now your whole narrative needs to change again.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, but that was Carter's involvement, and that was kind of it. Like, after the fight, man, I remember getting off the boat. I got off the boat and I walked up to the island. I was telling people, like, hey, like, I just need to cool off. Like, let me be. This is after everything is dispersed. There was no crowd anymore when I walked off the boat. And I was like, let me be. Well, again, my uncle yelled at me and I was like, I don't care what you're doing. Get back on the boat. We're leaving. So I got back on the boat. We left shortly after that.
And well, at least I know you from the interviews that you've done. Some of the other boys haven't spoken out at all.
Yeah.
You've had a chance to use your voice to put the truth out there. You did an interview with, I think, ABC. And you also did an interview with Rolling Stones.
That was my first interview with Rolling Stone.
The first interview with Rolling Stones and ABC.
And then ABC, yes.
Now, from what you told me before this interview is that the Rolling Stones gave you a very fair interview. It seemed like the young lady who interviewed you articulated very clearly what you told her with no fluff, no nothing added.
And she cared. She really did care. And
The thing is, they need to get a preacher in there. A preacher will break down. Need to get a fucking preacher in there. Somebody that can interrogate his ass, and when he start crying, he just go break it down, bro. Like, yeah, they blah. That's what I think that's gonna manifest. Let's get it.
she made sure that what she was telling was the complete truth behind everything with me, with my uncle, and then also fact checking on her side as being in media. And it all aligned, man. And when they came out with that, it was really genuine. When I felt that, it brought me to tears because it was like, that's the truth. That's exactly how it needed to be worded. And I appreciated her. I appreciated her a lot. And we took her out to Long Island this morning to do another little bit. But she's done well, and that's the truth. Her story is nothing but the truth.
Now, ABC, on the other hand, did they treat you fairly, or how did they go?
So I don't want to say they treated me unfairly. The quotes that he used in the article, he did ask me for my permission on it. And I gave it to him to an extent. I changed up some stuff, and that he initially didn't change when he came out with it. And then the voice recording, that's really what gets me, because that's what the main people are listening to, right? They're not going in and reading in depth in the article and really seeing everything. They're just going off of, well, what's on TV, because people don't like to read these days. But how they made that and cut a lot of my voice sounded horrible. Sounded bad. I didn't like it. I didn't like that side of it, but it already aired, so what was I going to do? Really?
And at one point, I could have sworn you said that you didn't feel comfortable doing the interview on camera.
Yes.
And did you do that because you didn't want to be visibly promoted on television, or what? How did that?
So the side of that, and I didn't want to be on camera for two main reasons. I never wanted to do an interview and get famous. I never wanted any attention, per se, famous attention. I don't care about the negative side of it. I'm doing what I think is right. I never wanted any positive attention, let's say. All I wanted to be is for my guys to know that I had their back, and I got Nolan's back. And I didn't want the investigation, especially on social media side, I guess, and with Ben Crump and their legal team, to go down the wrong path at all. That was my sole purpose, is to tell the truth and to clear up lies. When I talked to ABC, they wanted to do an in-person interview, and I told them no. I told them no because I'm getting death threats, and I don't like them. It is what it is. I'm not putting myself out there any more than I need to, and I'm not sitting behind the camera and so for somebody to watch me talk about my best friend. And I told him, I was like, if you want to do an article, it's okay. I'll talk, and you can do the article on that side of it. I never originally wanted to go on TV, period. He convinced me into only using my voice, which now I regret, and I wish I would have just sat in front of a camera so you can visibly see the cuts. But they manipulated that interview pretty well. They made it sound a lot worse. And I know for a fact, most of that interview, you can't understand me because I was in tears the entire time talking about it. When he asked me about Nolan's death, and he put it if you listen to it carefully, he cuts it and I just say die. Nobody wants to see him die. Don't talk like that, man. That's not what I said. I did say died during at one point in our interview, but I said we didn't want to see his life being taken from us. Period. They didn't put that. They twisted some things around and they almost made a different narrative to where it's like now people are coming out and lying. And it's like, man, no.
Yeah, I was wondering if you were gonna. I remember I was like, I could have sworn he said he didn't want to be on camera, and they put your picture all over the news. I mean, how did you feel about that? Was that something that you were okay with them doing it, or? I
kind of accepted it. I accepted it because I gave Rolling Stone permission to do it. So I know that's where they probably got that original photo of me and him standing next to each other.
But still, that's kind of weird that you tell them, oh, I don't want to, even if you gave you the permission to Rolling Stones, you go, I don't want to be on camera. And they put your picture up there on camera anyway.
I agree. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's odd, but I generally speaking, man, like I'm worried about my family's safety, but I have no regrets in what I've done and what I've said. Not one. I sleep better at night now that I've spoken up, and I felt like I've done my part of the good, and I'm willing to help any other time if anything else pops up that I can't help with. And I genuinely just want the truth to be heard about it all. And it kills me and it breaks my heart that my best friends are going through this. Like, this is at home. This isn't something I'm just watching through a screen, listening to you talk about it or listening to somebody else talk about it. I'm living this. I'm getting the calls from my buddies crying, asking me how I'm not scared out of my mind. How am I okay dealing with all this?
So one thing that kind of stood out to me, there was a big contradiction on television, was you said in your interview that you were really, really good friends with Nolan, his best friend. Nolan's mother said on television that as if she don't even know you and she don't know who you are, and you're definitely not, at least is what she alluded to.
Damn, you see? Contradiction stories. Not real friends, like we said in the beginning of the show. These people, I told you they lying, man. They're liars.
So you're definitely not his best friend. So what's the truth in that, and how did that affect you? How did that make you feel?
So she originally touched and she said that we weren't childhood best friends, and she's not wrong. She's not wrong. I moved to Ocean Springs in 9th grade. I met Nolan in 9th grade, as I've stated in my Rolling Stone interview. Nolan was my best friend though. She can believe it or not, that was my best friend. No, me and her never had a sit down in-depth conversation like me and you're having now. It was always, hey, how are you doing? I've been to her house multiple times. I've taken Nolan to school multiple times. I've left my vehicle at her house multiple times, even including the new vehicle I just got. Has gotten left at her house for 2 days. And I haven't even had it for 4 months. My vehicle before that stayed at her house for almost a week. Me and her son went on trips together. We went to Florida for spring break together. You don't know me? I'm in all these homecoming and prom photos as our whole friend group. Me and Nolan are standing next to each other. You don't know me. Nolan's last name is Wells. My last name at one point in time was Walker. We were by each other in the alphabet when we graduated. Man, that's mind-boggling. It's insane. Me and Nolan have multiple classes together. Me and Nolan has always stayed tight. Nolan has always known that he could call me whatever. And like I've mentioned, like I got a new phone number 2 months ago. Nolan was the only friend that had my phone number out of the friend group, and I still call them my best friends. But we communicate on other social medias. But it's like Nolan called me on the day to meet up with me on the 4th out there. But we weren't good friends. We weren't close friends. And when I say best friend, man, I don't want to take away anybody how close they were to Nolan. But when I think of a best friend, I think of Nolan. Somebody I can call, somebody that I've stayed up and I've cried to. That was one of my best friends, generally speaking. She might not think it. That's okay. Me and Nolan knows where we stand with each other. And period. And no one knows it.
Ain't no mom gonna say that shit. Come on, bro. Ain't no mom gonna say that, dude. Yeah, some just don't pass the smell test to me. It really doesn't. Does it pass the smell test to you?
Yeah, I appreciate you sharing that. With interviewing with me, right? We came out here to Mississippi. We just want to give the boys a voice, give you guys a voice. And out of, I'd say, all the other outlets that you could have spoken to, why do you feel that you wanted to talk to me tonight?
Honestly, I'm a big fan. I know when I look at news articles, big news articles, obviously, and then I know you've talked on them, I make sure I go I watch the full thread of videos. I think our morals align alike. And when we spoke off camera, like it didn't seem like you were out here like another news reporter that just wanted the next big story. Like you just said, it's like you genuinely wanted us to have a platform to be able to speak and to be able to tell the truth. And that's what I like. And I don't know, talking to Warren and knowing Miss Katie and being close to them and them trusting you was like, okay, I can sit down, I can have this conversation and we can go through it and we can have the interview on camera and people can see me really, I guess you could say, and talk about it and whatnot.
I appreciate that. I really do. And my last question, with all this stuff going on, and you knew Nolan very well, what do you think how Nolan would feel about how this all has transpired with Benjamin Crumb, with, the statements from his mom, with the accusations against you and his other friends? How would you think he would address this or feel about this?
Well, I know people like these it would turn over in his grave. If Nolan could dig himself out of his grave right now, he would, no doubt.
Wow.
Livid is an understatement. Nolan would never want anything pursued this way at all.
Wow.
I think he would be really upset with his parents about how they went about the situation. I think he generally would. I don't think he wouldn't support it. I know that for 110%. I know he wouldn't support any of it. I think he would want the truth and he would search for answers, but he wouldn't go about it like this. He wouldn't let us get dogged out like this. If no one could have spoke up, he would have already said something about our friend group and saying, yo, y'all are on the wrong path. Generally speaking, he'd be mad.
I'll tell you pretty much about done with this, man. We go ride out, man. Make sure you share and like the video. We'll be on here tomorrow with the next one. We out. Love y'all. We out.